I'm not originally from Southend, I'm from the north of England, so I moved here about 20 years ago, and I think it's a fantastic place to live. It needs more people living and working in Southend within the teaching profession. Working with the Learning in Harmony Trust, I lead the recruitment strategy group. Historically, one of the schools in Newham in London have had a very successful relationship with Protocol and have had several recruitment drives in Australia where members of head teachers from schools in Newham have gone over and they've recruited a significant number of teachers. The quality of candidates that we met out there was phenomenal, and I think over the course of the week that we were there, we interviewed approximately 50 people, and we ended up offering posts to 16 of them. And actually we could have offered more. We knew that there were more vacancies by the time we got back from Australia, so there was definitely greater potential there.
I was offered the opportunity, because I was actually in Adelaide at the time, to have a Skype interview or to actually come up to Melbourne to meet with Ashley, and I thought, no, the principal's actually going to be there. It's a real big opportunity to actually meet them face to face, and being able to meet with Ashley, really, that was part of the big reason that I made the decision to come work at Greenways, because I was able to kind of get a bit of an idea of what the place was like, actually meet the principal, so it made a big difference.
Yeah, it was really funny when I went for my interview. I didn't have thought Greenways on my list, but after talking to Ashley, he definitely sold it, and you know, the more I heard about the school, the more I wanted coaching opportunities and just everything that they offered for me here. So I'm really glad I went to that interview.
I think the Australian teachers that we've got have had such an opportunity to look at research and theory in their training, far more perhaps than some UK teachers that have quite a quick route into teaching may have. It means that there's a really deep understanding of the principles behind the things that we're trying to deliver, which means that they can pick up on them quite quickly. So they might not have experience of the actual stuff, the name of the scheme that we might be using, but they're very quick to understand the philosophy that underpins it.
I taught in an Australian school for a year, and when I came over here it was just very similar teaching wise, and I found it very easy to be able to sync both of the curriculums together, and the school's been very helpful, just supporting me if I've got questions or any needs that I have, so it's been really good.
I think the curriculum is quite similar. There are a few noticeable changes that I sort of figure along with the kids, like things like phonics, because I have a different accent, we pronounce things a bit differently, a little bit tricky to teach, but we get there. I get corrected very well by 36-year-olds.
In terms of the support the school has given me, it's been exceptional. It really has. I've been provided with a senior teacher, so she actually kind of mentored me for the first 3 weeks with the kids, and she was alongside of me in the classroom, and then she got pulled out the classroom very slowly. But we do joint partnership teaching together, and she's there if I have any questions or anything with the kids, so it's been fab, really good.
We gave them a very thorough induction. We went up for the day, I personally went up for the day that we had the induction at Protocol, and we gave them an induction here that we drove them around in a minibus. We showed them the supermarkets, the restaurants, the things to do, where to buy the train fares. It's so much more to understand than just the induction into working in the school. So I think that reassured them to a certain extent, not just because they were a bit more familiar with the surroundings, but that they knew that there were a lot of people within our school and our community to help look after them and help them settle in.
My knowledge on Southend, I knew it had a really long pier, and anyone I talked to who was from the UK, they'd say the accents are very interesting. My thoughts on Southend there, it's blown my mind. It's such a beautiful place. It's right across from the beach, and in the summer months they've got really nice weather here. It's 50 minutes from the train, as Shion said, so it's very close to London. And yeah, the international airport's a breeze, like 10 minutes on the train, and you'll be flying anywhere in Europe really quickly, so it's fantastic. And just all the people here have been so lovely, so it's a really great place.
The most important thing for any teacher that we recruit at Greenways is that they're really reflective and that they see themselves as a learner, that they've got a very deep understanding of what helps children learn, and that they've got a very child-centred and positive approach. And actually, overwhelmingly, nearly all the people that we saw had that. As I said, we were really impressed by the field that we saw when we were out there. And it was really nice to meet people face to face. I don't think you can do it any other way than sat across a table from somebody, whether it's Skype or whatever. Actually, you get a real sense for the values that a person has and their capacity to be able to teach from being with them and having that conversation.
If you're considering heading over to the UK to teach, I would say just do it, because it's just been such a wonderful experience and it's actually changed my life for the better. It's been great.
Protocol were just really supportive, and I felt like they weren't trying to push me into something I didn't want. Like, they were really focused on what I wanted, what experiences I wanted to gain out of it, and so I just really felt like they really valued me and my opinions, which I really liked.
Same as the other two, I had a really good experience with Protocol. They were on top of absolutely everything. I didn't have to think, which was wonderful. And Mitch was just a lifesaver in the Sydney office, because he knew exactly what we had to do when we had to do it, and he just made it happen, which was amazing.
Any advice I'd give, just do it as well. Protocol have been so helpful at the start, you know, setting up bank accounts, setting up where you're going. Like, you think it's daunting just going over there and there's no support, but Protocol really do support you, so just take the plunge and do it.
The best thing about our arrangement with Protocol at the moment is that it's taken all the hassle of this away, that the quality of the people that we've worked with at Protocol and their ability to anticipate any issues and plan for any issues and think through the logistics and actually manage to get us around the table in Australia with such quality candidates is fantastic. And right through to the induction, it's clear that a trust like ours shares the same values as Protocol. Protocol look after their staff very well, so it really is a very productive partnership, and one that we hope will just go from strength to strength.